Exploring the truth behind electrolytes. Electrolytes
is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
4 scoops of this, 2-3 times a day. I don't want to hear this once a day. Come on, let's get big.
For years, companies have made billions convincing you that you need their products, whether that's sports drinks, supplements, powders, etc. All this just to stay healthy, perform better, and stay hydrated. But here's the truth. Most of what you've been told is all just a clever marketing ploy. Electrolytes have become a buzzword, thrown around to sell you something most people don't even need. So why are people still buying it? The truth about electrolytes is simpler than you think, but it's something companies don't want you to understand. Electrolyte misconceptions. Let's clear up one of the biggest misconceptions about electrolytes. That you need to buy expensive supplements or sports drinks to stay hydrated and healthy. For the average person, someone who's not running marathons or training intensely, this simply isn't true. Your body naturally regulates electrolytes through a balanced diet and regular water intake. Most people get plenty of electrolytes through their daily foods like bananas, leafy greens, potatoes, and even table salt. So unless you're sweating excessively from intense exercise or spending long hours in extreme heat, you're likely getting what you need without even realizing it. Here's what you really need to know. Staying hydrated comes down to drinking enough water. In most cases, plain water will do just fine. Adding in whole foods with naturally occurring electrolytes like fruits and vegetables is usually more than enough to keep your electrolyte levels in check. The real trick is not letting marketing convince you that you need to buy something special to stay healthy. What electrolytes actually do for you. So let's break down what electrolytes actually do for your body. At their core, electrolytes are minerals, things like sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. When dissolved in fluids, they carry an electrical charge. These charged particles help regulate some of your body's most essential functions. They're crucial for nerve communication, which allows your brain to send signals to the rest of your body. When you move a muscle, that action depends on electrolytes firing off signals between your nerves and muscles. Electrolytes are also key in muscle contraction. When you exercise, for example, sodium and potassium work together in balance to make sure your muscles contract and relax properly. Without the right balance, you might experience muscle cramps or even weakness. And of course, hydration is a big one. Electrolytes help your cells maintain the right balance of water. They pull water into your cells when needed and flush it out when it's in excess. This keeps your body's fluid levels in check, ensuring your organs and tissue function properly. So while electrolytes are essential, the key is balance. Your body is pretty efficient at maintaining this balance on its own, most of the time without the need for extra supplements. How the electrolyte industry tricks you. Marketing for electrolyte products is all about creating a need where there often isn't one. Companies often play on a powerful marketing tactic, the fear of missing out. They've made people believe that without their supplements or sports drinks, they're not staying hydrated, performing at their peak, or maintaining proper health. You've probably seen ads featuring athletes drenched in sweat, chugging brightly colored sports drinks, and then suddenly looking stronger, faster, or even more energized.
I wish I was ripped, if only I had some sports drink. Thank heavens, red sports drink. Wow, I am truly transformed after drinking sports drink. Thank you so much, sports drink.
But the truth is, unless you're pushing your body to the limit, like training for hours or competing at a high level, you actually don't need these products. For the average person, the amount of electrolytes lost during daily activity isn't significant enough to require supplementation. Companies also push the idea that everyone, even the people with sedentary lifestyles, are at risk of dehydration or electrolyte imbalance. They use phrases like replenish, hydrate faster, and boost energy to create urgency and desire, making consumers think that they need drinks when, in most cases, water is just fine as is, if not even more effective. But the truth is, for the majority of people, these supplements aren't necessary. Yet through clever marketing, companies have convinced you otherwise, turning a simple, often unnecessary product into a billion-dollar industry. Electrolytes and fitness. When it comes to fitness, the connection between electrolytes and performance can be easily misunderstood. While electrolytes play a crucial role in muscle function and hydration, the need for supplementation depends largely on the intensity and duration of your exercise. For elite athletes or individuals engaging in prolonged, high-intensity workouts, think marathon runners, triathletes, or those participate in grueling sports training, electrolyte supplementation can be important. These individuals often experience significant sweat loss, which can lead to imbalances in key electrolytes like sodium and potassium. In such cases, replenishing electrolytes can help maintain performance, prevent muscle cramps, and aid recovery. However, for the average gym goer or someone who exercises moderately, the story is different. If your workout routine consists of irregular gym sessions or casual activities like walking, cycling, or light jogging, you're unlikely to lose enough electrolytes to warrant supplementation. In fact, simply drinking water is usually sufficient for staying hydrated. Even during intense workouts, many people overlook the fact that they're not sweating enough to deplete their electrolyte levels enough to warrant supplementation. For most, a balanced diet in fruits, vegetables, and whole foods provides all the necessary electrolytes, so buying fancy drinks or powders is generally unnecessary. So if you're not an elite athlete sweating heavily for hours, chances are you don't need to worry about supplementing with electrolytes. Focus on hydration with water and maintaining a nutritious diet, and you'll likely be just fine. Electrolytes and hydration. Understanding the balance between electrolyte intake and hydration is crucial for optimal health. While staying hydrated is essential, it's equally important to ensure that you're getting enough electrolytes, especially after intense activities such as intense sports, marathons, or long backpacking trips. Many people don't realize that drinking too much water without replenishing electrolytes can lead to a dangerous condition called hyponatremia. This occurs when the sodium levels in the blood become diluted, and it can become a dangerous condition. Consider a backpacker named Sarah, who sets out on a 3-day trek through the mountains. Excited and determined, she also decides to coincide a 3-day water fast with this journey, thinking it would be a good way to lose some extra weight. As the hike progresses, Sarah drinks water frequently, convinced that staying hydrated is all she needs to do. On the second day, after several hours of climbing and sweating, she feels fatigued, but continues to drink more water. She thinks that she just needs to stay hydrated. Unbeknownst to her, this excessive water intake without replenishing electrolytes from food or drink has seriously diluted the sodium levels in her blood. By the end of the second day, Sarah's body starts to show signs of hyponatremia. As night falls, she experiences headaches, confusion, and nausea. She brushes it off as fatigue from the hike, but her condition worsens.
I can't believe this story you're telling me. It's macabre.
On the morning of the third day, she struggles to get out of her tent. Her friends notice something is wrong. Sarah seems disoriented and weak. Luckily, Sarah was able to make it to the end, but just barely. They end up driving to a nearby clinic. The doctor diagnoses her with hyponatremia, and Sarah learns that the prolonged intense exercise the body needs to keep the electrolyte balance correct so that it doesn't enter a state of hyponatremia. Remember, hydration is key, but don't overlook the importance of electrolytes, especially during prolonged intense exercise. Dietary sources of electrolytes. Now that we understand the importance of electrolytes in context of intense exercise, let's take a closer look at some of the most important sources that you can easily incorporate into your daily diet. For most people, these everyday foods provide sufficient electrolytes, and supplementation in most cases is unnecessary. Sodium. Sodium is an essential electrolyte that plays a crucial role in maintaining fluid balance in the body. A common source is table salt, which we often sprinkle over our food for flavor. Not only does it enhance taste, but it also helps replenish sodium levels after sweating. Next, consider pickles, olives, just any brined food in general. They're not just flavorful snacks, but they're also packed with sodium due to the soaking process in salt water. This is why you hear people saying drink pickle juice to relieve cramping from exercise. Potassium. Potassium is an electrolyte that aids in nerve function and muscle contractions. One of the most well-known sources is, well, you guessed it, the humble banana. This fruit is not only portable and delicious, but it also provides about 400 milligrams of potassium, making it an excellent pre-workout snack. Many potato varieties are also rich in potassium, especially when you eat the skin. And greens like spinach and kale are not only nutrient dense, but also loaded with potassium. Lastly, avocados are another fantastic source. Rich in healthy in fats and potassium, they're a delicious and easy way to get your potassium into your diet. Magnesium. This mineral is vital for many biochemical reactions in the body. A great source is nuts and seeds. Almonds, cashews, and pumpkin seeds are particularly high in magnesium. Enjoy them as a snack or sprinkle them on your yogurt for an added crunch. Whole grains like brown rice and quinoa are not only rich in magnesium, but also provide fiber, making them a great choice. Lastly, indulge in a bit of dark chocolate. Not only is it a delightful treat, but it also contains a good amount of magnesium. Just remember to choose varieties with at least 70% cocoa for the best health benefits. If you're like us, we choose the 90% stuff. Chloride. Chloride often goes hand in hand with sodium. A primary source of chloride is, again, table salt or sodium chloride. This means whenever you season your food with salt, you're also getting chloride. Funny enough, tomatoes and tomato products like sauces and juices contain chloride and can easily be incorporated into your meals as well. Coconut water. Coconut water is often hailed as nature's sports drink. It contains several electrolytes including potassium, sodium, and magnesium. It's a refreshing way to hydrate after exercise and is low in calories, making it a healthier alternative to many sugary drinks. Incorporating these everyday sources of electrolytes into your diet can help keep your body functioning optimally, especially if you lead an active lifestyle or live in a hot climate. For almost everyone, these food sources provide enough electrolytes and supplementation is typically not needed. Thanks for tuning in. We hope that you find this exploration of electrolytes insightful. Remember, nutrition and fitness are key components of a healthy lifestyle. Until next time, don't forget to stay educated.